I was requested to go back to doing Kimetsu no Yaiba videos. I'm not too sure why I stopped. I think I just got behind, while doing other stuff, and I was just getting really hyped up with like some of the Chainsaw Man stuff and Jujutsu Kaisen. But I kind of regret it because I haven't done a video on Kimetsu no Yaiba in a while. I think like 2 or 3 months. But luckily, this last couple drafts have been pretty hype. It's sad because I skipped over the Inosuke stuff that I really enjoyed because I love Inosuke's character. But with this, we've been getting a lot of really cool shit with the number one seeded member. At least he's implied to being the strongest member of the pillars, the stone pillar. Oh, was it Gyome Himejima? I had to look up his name. He's one of those ones that I like, but he hasn't done a lot up until this point, so it's like I just don't remember enough. Kanroji, though, I just decided to switch the picture to her because I like her. But he's fighting the number one member of the Moons, and that dude's fighting style alone is really cool because he's like his Moon Slash. I don't remember what it was called. I think it's probably like in this actual thing right here. It was the Pearl Flower Moon Gazing, where he does a slash and it has the crescent moons in it, and they spin and they grow and then shrink in it. So you literally have a slash with more blades that all have their own like relative motion track and like contractions that are going. It's such a simplistic and yet really cool like idea for attack that I really like. I thought that was pretty sick. But this fight, oh my god, it was in general just really cool because not only did you have this guy with this cool eyeball sword, now in this chapter it was revealed that it's part of his body that he can freaking just regrow if it's broken. That's again such a simplistic ability, yet it's so cool and it's such an interesting aspect to give to him. But they're fighting against I already forgot how to pronounce his name. It's Gyomon Himejima, and he already has like such a goddamn sick power too. Like he's got his whole sick spike ball and spike ball and freaking axe. Like everyone else has a sword. Like there's some variants of swords, but here he is, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna come in with this madman of a weapon and just. No, I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna see how this is all laid out, and if I can get some crazy with it. He does it with so many good choreography bits. I think that's one of the things that really like hypes up both Kimetsu no Yaiba and Jujutsu Kaisen. Is they both have such good like choreography scenes. Like even in this layout, like that whole attack where he goes up and he brings his axe around, and it's like, okay, cool, I can dodge the axe, but like the chain's wrapping around the neck of what's it, how to pronounce it, Koku Shibo, and he almost got strangled instead. It's just an all-around three-pronged style attack. You got this ranged chain, ranged smash spike ball for, is it a flail technically, or is it a mace? I think it's technically a flail because it's on a chain for, big blunt force. And then you have the axe for just like cleave damage. He's just got an all-around really good one. And it's also noted in this when Kokushibo is like looking at him, he can actually like use his eyes, like gaze into his body. He sees like his skeletal structure and his muscles, and he says he pretty much has a perfect physique, just the way his muscles are compacted and the way that he moves with his weapons. It's so cool. And then like he used to be like, what was it, like his backstory? He was like a really frail dude, and once he joined up with the demon, Demon Slayer is obviously the title of the series. He ended up just becoming this absolute powerhouse. And when they're fighting, there's so many good sick moves. Like even like he throws his axe, he throws his spike ball, he dodges over, but at the same time the dude throws his axe, so while he's dodging, he's moving into the blade. Oh, okay, I'm gonna just dodge this, and then bam, he steps on the chain, uses that to change the motion of it, brings the spike ball back down, and then all of that. Like just a 4-part setup of his attack, trying only to get into this dude's neck to take him out. And it's also brought up his chains are special, because this is a new thing, I think. If you remember this part in the comments, because I can't remember this if it already was. He says like the chains have absorbed so much sunlight that they have like I guess you could say like kryptonite or One Piece sea stone kind of thing, to where it's just this very hard one that also has a weakness towards the demons. And again, I don't remember if that was brought up before. I know the wisteria blossoms and stuff, like they're weak to that, and then obviously sunlight in general, but I don't remember like sunlight absorbed metal. Is that what the swords are made out of? That I don't recall. Now I'm gonna have to go back and look because I feel like that's an easy solution right in front of me, but I don't know. And tell me in the comments because it's different because he says he can't cut it too, and he's just going ham. They're just swapping blades, and there's not a lot of dialogue. A lot of it is inner monologue and just like action, moving around, dodging in place, fucking jumping around, just throwing attacks as far as they can, and just bringing their attacks forward. And then this great looking panel. It's just you're watching them, and it's actually kind of cool because you could kind of like think in this one you're actually seeing it from fucking Sanemi's point of view because he's watching it at this point. He's just seeing this all transpire. He's watching this intense battle go down by seemingly the top guys because obviously upper ranked Moon won, and I believe that he's actually the #1 pillar too. I think it was hyped up for Himejima as the #1 pillar. I don't remember if there was an exact statement, but I remember there being hints that he was like the strongest, and it seems like he's the strongest given, especially just fighting general while he goes against Kokushibo and is able to keep up with him. Obviously, he's not directly as strong, but like keeping up with him is pretty dangerous. And his healing and regeneration is gonna have like an advantage over him in general. Well, obviously, he breaks a sword, and at that point, it'd be like, sweet, like I just broke this guy's sword. I'm rendered his his weapon useless, but his weapon, as he says, is part of his body, so he can regenerate it up. And then Hibijima is just like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go all out. I was saving this for Muzan, but taking you out will also be pretty important. And he crosses his arms, he gears up, and you see like these veins on his body. And I'm wondering if it's some form of like release technique, like maybe he's gonna like do like adrenaline or something. He's gonna, because what's it like? You can only use like 12% of your muscles or something. Maybe he's gonna unlock 100%, and that's what makes him such a powerhouse. Because he's like focused and like his breathing of just becoming like unmovable and like utilizing like the muscles for your body. I'm very intrigued on that because we know that there's like weird demon stuff that they could use, and he seems like one of those guys that he would not mind going to such lengths, like altering his body to be demon-like, if it meant taking these guys down. We know that like the pillars are like perfectly fine throwing their lives away in order to get them closer towards the end. Like look at oh my god, I forgot her name. Was it not Shinobu? Oh my gosh. I'm trying really hard. She just died, and like I'm already forgetting. She was an important character too. It was Shinobu. She like straight up like she built up her body with all that wisteria, so like she knew she'd get eaten by Doma in order to kill him and give that opening for Kanae and Inosuke to take him out. So super stoked because he's already super cool in this chapter. Like what's funny is this chapter, it's a really fast read, but it's one of those ones that has so many cool panels you have to go back and just look through it a couple times because. Like, even that first bit, like, the swinging the flail, smashing it, and that was just a setup to bring the Axon. Axon was just a setup so he can, bring his mace around, or the flail, and then that was also just set up to get the chain around his neck and break his sword, and just smash him in general. Like, it was pretty sick, and also, I'm trying not to go on too much of a rant of just like choreography because it was really cool and then hype up for this chapter. I'm thinking I'm gonna end it because I don't want to ramble on and seem like I'm just repeating over the same point. But I am hyped. Like this was a good one, and it's cool when you see like these two big characters like go at it because Tanjiro's gonna beat Muzan. He's the main character, and then Muzan's the leader. But then it's like the second guy right below all them. Well, second guy in terms of like what do you think they'll do? Because like other than main character status. Himejima is the strongest, so him going against the strongest member of the Moons is just super cool. I'm hoping he ends it to where like they have that like classic like cliche warrior's death where they pretty much like a Kokushibo falls and dies, and then right then Himejima falls and dies. I think that'd be really sick. He gets that last word, and then he's like, yes, and then falls and is over. Tell me in the comments what you think. Are you happy I'm doing Kimetsu no Yaiba reviews again? I wanted to do them earlier, but I just was like, I don't know if people really want to, because like I gauge also like how much people are enjoying some of my reviews like in the streams and stuff, because you're going to talk about the ones that I did, and if you liked them a lot, you're going to talk about them. But the people aren't talking a lot about Kimetsu no Yaiba, but I like Kimetsu no Yaiba, and I've been following it for a little over a year now. Been pretty much loving it, and the anime's been super hype with how great the animation is. I'm gonna try to end it before the 10-minute mark. No, there's no way I can. And it's like, shit, I'm gonna end it right near the 10-minute mark again. I don't want to seem like I'm timing it for that, because I think what's like 10 minutes gets you like an extra ad or some shit. I don't know. But I'll end it right here, since now it's like unfortunately convenient that way. It's sad when I get like aware of like, shit, they're gonna think, somebody's gonna think this. But yeah, tell me in the comments section below what you thought about this. There's no way that somebody could read this chapter and think that this choreography in this wasn't great. But I'm hyped to see where this goes, and I would like to know what you guys think. But other than that, I appreciate everyone if they would thumbs up the video, put in the like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. With that, I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.